I'm going to start this presentation by making the following bold statement. You are about to witness the most amazing new press technology to hit the flexo-converting industry in decades, or maybe even ever. Now, I'll see if you agree with that statement shortly when we finish our presentation. But now let me introduce you to the new star performer here at Mark Andy, right here behind me, the Performance Series P7 press. And joining me to run the press today from our print services team in St. Louis, please welcome James Etheridge. James, how are you today?
Doing very well. Yourself?
I'm doing great. It continues to be another wonderful day here in Chicago. And my name is Ralph, and in the next few minutes, James and I are going to show you how the power and simplicity of this Performance Series press can drastically reduce the amount of time and cost it takes you to do even the most complex work today. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a brand new ball game. The Performance Series is a new platform designed from the ground up. We have redefined the terms quick changeover and low material waste for this industry. Now, how did we come about building such an incredible machine? Well, we started out by talking to you folks, the converters out there, producing and delivering jobs every day. And what you told us you needed from a new press was make it fast changeover and quick make readies, because you know your margins are killing you. Reduce the waste. Your skyrocketing plate and material costs keep going up every year. And make the machine open access. Make it easy for operators to work in and around this machine. Well, we heard you on all counts, and just look at this machine. Look at how open and accessible these print stations are. Now, you know, we build these machines in the Show Me state of Missouri. So without any further delay, we're going to show you how it works. James is going to start by setting up one print station from scratch. So I'm going to use this timer here. Let me go ahead and reset this timer. And James is going to put ink in the station and get it to impression in less than 60 seconds. Okay, James, are you ready? All right, he's ready. Let me start that counter. Now watch what he does. He pours the ink in the ink pan. Look at that. Only 6 ounces of ink is all the ink that's required for full coverage on the 17-inch press. He drops in that ink pan. Next, watch as he puts in the Analox roll and this Dr. Blade assembly. Now watch this. That's called the load and lock feature. I'm going to tell you more about that in a second. He just dropped in that itty-bitty 44-tooth plate cylinder. The servo motor will automatically rotate that to its correct start position. And without anything else, he's done. 29 seconds, okay? Now let's look at what's going on here. He's using very little ink. He can take any repeat size cylinder he wants and simply drop it on top of that print station and make no further adjustments, and he never set the impression. This is accomplished with this gauge disc bearer design, which positively locks any size plate cylinder into proper contact against the substrate. Okay, now you also asked us in the new press for simplicity, accuracy, and precision. Well, it doesn't get any more simple or as precise as the Performance Series. So now we want to show you how quickly we can set up and change over entire print jobs. We just got done showing you we can set up one print station and ink it up, get it to impression in 29 seconds. So now we're going to go ahead and set up the rest of a job, a 5-color job. Let me get my timer here, and let's see how long that takes. Let me reset my counter. And let me start my waste counter. And James, if you are ready, I'm going to start. Okay, James is doing a fairly typical job here. We are currently running this 4-color process plus spot color and a gloss varnish. This is a UV job. We are running this currently on a film pressure sensitive material. You're going to see us later on today switch to a 1 mil polypropylene. Now notice that James is dropping in these 12-inch repeat plate cylinders. Those servo motors are picking up each one, and watch as they rotate them to the correct start position, each one. James also has wide open access to the inking system. This is designed for easy plate cylinder and Analox roll cleanup. You'll also notice that this press is constantly rotating those plate cylinders even when it's not running material. So anytime I want to clean a cylinder, you know, get one of those dirt spots that's causing a hickey or something, I can do it and I never throw a cylinder out of sync. Now take a look at this impression drum. This is a 24-inch circumference chilled impression drum. Among other things, it gives the operator a lot of view of the printed web. Operators really like this. They don't want to look at a 3-inch cylinder, so he's got a 24-inch drum to do that. Also, we're running this UV, and I'm only using 53 inches of web between print stations. So we're demonstrating the most effective use of material. We have simple controls at each print station for quick and direct adjustments. Now, you may be wondering if a machine this wide open meets CE and OSHA guarding requirements. Well, the answer is yes, it does. Notice that James is not opening or closing any bulky guarding enclosures as he's working. And look at his posture. He's standing comfortably making his adjustments. You know, he doesn't have to sit there and look around the corner, if you will, to see what's going on in some kind of a complicated print head. Now, James is making some final registration adjustments to his last couple of colors, and you know, that's about all the operator has left to do now. He's not setting the doctor blade, he's not setting the impression, he's just making some minor adjustments, and that's the indicator that he is running good product, and it took us 2 minutes and 5 seconds and only 30 feet of material to get these 5 cylinders set up in perfect registration and making good print. That's very little material and very little time. That's just amazing. There is no other technology today that offers this much ease and simplicity. Imagine if you use this press every day, how much, cost savings you're going to have. And talk about cost saving, where the rubber meets the road in the press room today is when you're doing job changeovers. When you're changing over from one job to the next, if you don't have a very efficient system, that can cost you a lot of money. So what we want to do next is show you how quickly we can change over from one 5-color job to another.